Hello, if you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm a woman in her 30s. I'm a single mother. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I'm a traveler. I love to pack up and go. And on this channel, we're going to be discussing those aspects as well as life lessons. I mean, I'm in my 30s. That means I've lived some, so I have an experience or two that others can learn from. So that's why I'm here. And today I would like to kind of talk a little bit about this stage of life I'm in currently. And I don't know what it is, but I'm like so hungry for something, for building actually, not just for something, for building. These days I'm just consuming all sorts of information about entrepreneurs. I'm watching podcasts. I braved up. I took my courage and started recording this podcast. I'm listening this to this book about marketing. I'm not a business person. I don't really know anything about business, and I've been saying that for years. And maybe it's some sort of a self-limiting thing, but I find myself fascinated by business. My whole my whole career has been in healthcare. I was a nurse for 12 years, and then I transitioned to psychiatric nurse practitioner. So I've never done anything in business really. But it's always been fascinating to me. I've read books about money. I've read books about entrepreneurship. I've read books about leadership. I love to read books about communication. Um, I'm not entirely sure what it is that I'm working on, but I love the idea of building onto something that might serve me someday. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is what this is going to all culminate down to, because I love learning for learning's sake, and I'm anticipating some of my learning is going to flow through during some of these recording sessions. So I know there's no such thing as wasted learning. I know that already. But I'm looking forward to the opportunity to be able to apply the things that I've learned. I've spent so much time listening to all of these things that I'm at a point where I can't even listen to the whole podcast anymore, listen to a whole book because I'm like, oh, I've already heard that. So I feel like I'm currently in the stage of implementing. So I need to find things that are going to help me do that. When I was in Cameroon a few months ago, there was just all these sorts of ideas in my head. So I decided to buy some land. And I have ideas on how to build that. The capital is not there right now, right? But it's the land has been secure after a long process. Cameroon is the jungle, like for real. It's a real jungle. So after a long process, the land is finally secure, and I'm trying to see what to do about it over the next few years. So there's that, and then I'm working on here. I'm trying to record and post like this. I would love to be able to make some money off social media this year, either through here or Facebook and Instagram. Instagram seems a little bit fishy, but Facebook and YouTube, I'm hoping will be some sort of monetary output this year. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's my goal for this year. And then I'm hoping that that can help me build onto some other things too. Um, I've always wanted to write a book, to publish a book. So maybe this is the year I'm going to do that. I'm just motivated this year. Uh, I haven't watched TV in I don't know how many days, partially because there's nothing really I'm interested in right now. But the other part is that I'm hungry for knowledge right now. And it's exciting, but I also hope that I'm going to be able to put that knowledge somewhere. I come from a family of business people. My dad he's been an entrepreneur for as long as for a very long time. And he's built a life around that, and some other family members are entrepreneurs also, and they've built a pretty good life around that also. It would be nice for me to also be someday like, hey, I too, I'm an entrepreneur. Um, but in the meantime, I'm going to continue to learn and grow and see how I can continue with all of that. So I'm reading books, I'm doing research, I'm listening to podcasts. and I'm hoping to really build on something. And then on top of that, I'm trying to kind of streamline my diet and my exercise routine. I have the exercise routine down for the past like 2.5 years now. So I've been exercising pretty consistent. Okay, maybe 1.5 years. I've been exercising pretty consistently, so I don't have a problem with that. Um, However, I'm not losing weight, and I'm trying to figure out how to streamline that. I like to snack, but I don't think I do it as much as some people. Yeah, I do it more than other people, but I don't do it as not that much. And but my portion size, my portion control is an issue, so I'm planning on working on that. And then adding more vegetables. So I've been shopping for more vegetables. I'm lucky enough that my son likes vegetables also, so it's handy. And he doesn't like a lot of meat, a lot of chicken. I don't even think he likes pork. He likes ribs. So because of that, it's going to be fairly easy to kind of win out the meat. So I'm looking forward to that. And he likes salads, so we eat salads at home. What else? And then I need to add more grains in there somehow, and then just kind of find some different ways of being creative with food overall. Because I'm not very good at that, and because we don't eat very much, and I tend to cook a lot. So I'll cook and then I'll freeze, and then we don't end up eating the leftovers, and I'm wasting food, and I don't like wasting food. So it's a whole thing. Maybe I should just subscribe to one of those services that would deliver food for me. Just take that stress away. But then that would make me feel lazy. Because I actually enjoy cooking when I'm in the kitchen. I like the routine of it, the planning, the laying out the spices, the cutting of this, and the blending, the frying. And when I have music in the background, and typically when I'm up and doing something, my son leaves me alone. He's in the back playing or watching TV or whatever. Versus when I'm sitting down to relax, he's climbing on me, he's jumping, he wants to cuddle, he wants to play. But whenever I can, I drag him in the kitchen. Well, he volunteers. He actually does like to help me in the kitchen. So he will come in the kitchen and help me with that. So that's something I'm wanting to do more of with him and actually help him really learn the basics of cooking because he enjoys that. He can fry his eggs already. He can make pancakes. Um, but yeah, we need to work on more. So I want to do that more just to kind of clean our diet a bit more, do more research on things that he might enjoy. He doesn't like cheese. He doesn't like he's not big on nuts. A lot of the things that the kids like, he's for him it's just like he's more of a traditional. He's grandma's baby. He likes the traditional Cameroonian meals, but even that, it's not to that extent anymore. The things that he used to enjoy now is just like one day he'll eat it, the next day he won't. So he's confusing me. I don't know, but yeah, I'm trying to clean our diets a little bit better. He's a smoothie drinker. He could drink smoothie all day. We add bananas and peanut butter and milk in there, so he gets some proteins that way at least. So there's that. And then my exercise routine, I'm kind of trying to change it around a bit. I've gone through phases of doing bar, of doing Pilates, of doing yoga, of doing weight with Shanti. Um, um, I've done a lot of different workouts over the past year and a half. And it's helped me kind of maintain my figure. It's not intensive, so I'm not necessarily expecting to lose weight with that. And I put on some muscle. I put on some muscle. And my bottom has gotten bigger, so definitely some muscles there, which is not what I want. I want more of a trimmer, leaner look. So these days I'm trying to focus more on cardio. So for this month, the month of January 2026, I'm doing more cardio. I have a rowing machine. Um, I've been in my house for 3 years now, and when I moved in, I there's a room downstairs. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be my exercise room. Let me equip it real quickly. So whatever equipment I was finding on Facebook Marketplace. I was like, give it to me. I will run and pick it up and come bring it home. How often have I used that equipment? Not very often at all. I have a rowing machine, which I'm trying to be intentional by using right now. I have a bike. I have elliptical. No, 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 a treadmill. I have a treadmill also, a smaller one. It's nothing fancy. I don't even have the ability to incline. But if I'm able to put in 30 minutes on that, which is about a mile and a half or some, also because I'm going slowly at 3.5 pace a minute, if I can do that for about 30 minutes, and then I can do the rowing machine for even 5 minutes, and do the bike for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I don't like the bike. I'm trying to walk up to it, and then I found some other kind of ab exercises that I can do standing up or using a chair, things that I hadn't done before. So I'm actually looking forward to trying that out. I'm giving myself about 50 minutes to an hour to work out, and I work on Monday to Friday. And if you watched my previous videos, I try to work out on Saturdays also, but it doesn't always work out. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I might just take Saturday off altogether so I can relax and not have to stress about it. So I'm doing that. I'm trying to be more intentional by journaling so that I can just establish more of these plans that I have in mind, so that I can build on them. I'm trying to be more conscientious about my relationships, my relationship with men, also like my dating life, how to clean that up, how to set better boundaries and be better as far as cutting people, cutting men off, men that I'm dating off, and not finding excuses for them. I tend to kind of be too lenient when it comes to that, which people who know me would think that's surprising, but it's true. As unfortunate as as it is, and I've been taken advantage of because of that. So I'm at a point where I'm like, nope. If I'm wanting to be more feminine, to just kind of take more of the feminine role, and just sit back and observe in nature the positive things, and with the negative things, I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm not pushing anything. And I'm looking forward to see how that's going to play out. Just take what I can and then nourish it. Yeah, and the things that don't want, just be like, I don't want that, and then recognizing why it's not functioning and walking away from it quickly. There's no time to waste. I have goals, I have objectives I want to reach, and I can't be giving out here giving my time to these men so they can waste them as much as I have in the past. So that I'm going to be more stringent with that. Um, what else? Oh, and I want more friends. I want to make more friendships. I want more black girlfriends, especially. I have friends of I was going to say all ethnicities, but that's not true. I don't have a lot of white friends. And that was not intentional. I have a lot of white acquaintances and like co-workers, but as far as friends, not so much. Most of my friends are actually Asians, which is so weird. But I love them. Those are the people that I found. Cameroonians, have a few, but not as many as I would have liked. Um, um, but I want to work on that. I need to find a way to make more female friends. I really want some female friends in general, black friends in particular. Cameroonian friends would be ideal, but I don't really see the ones in my community I could really hit to become closer friends with. I think we have different agendas at this point in our lives. But female friends, that's that's a priority for me this year. And part of that, part of somebody from the south, the same culture, the same like black also. It's so nice to be surrounded by some people that you don't have to explain some things to. It's just a beautiful thing. And here's an example. When I was planning my son's birthday party when he was turning 5, my siblings came over and they were helping me out. And oh, that's what you need. And I'll be like, oh, can you please do this? Can you do this? And then they will finish and then they come back. What else do you need? They finish and come back. What else do you need? And I felt so overwhelmed. I was so grateful that they were there to help. But the fact that they couldn't determine themselves what they needed, it was overwhelming. And then one of my aunties, she came over and she just kind of looked around and then she just stepped in and started doing one of the things that I needed without me even asking. And if anything, she was the one like, okay, we're doing this and this and this and this. I was like, ah, I can breathe. It was such a good feeling. And that was actually the first time I really started appreciating even more having somebody who knows what's what. I didn't have to tell her anything. She knew exactly what needed to happen. She knew what food needed to finish cooking, how it needed to be cooked, how the tables needed to be set up. And she was like, go take a shower. You're fine. I got this. Just that I got this. It was like, and I also realized that I have one of my very close friends. Most of her friends are white. And she was hosting this event, and we went over to help. And all of them, they were around because when she's hosting, she has some Cameroonian food, and then she has some foods that everybody else can eat. But her friends are excellent. She hosts fairly often, so they've gotten to eat those foods also. They know them pretty well. But she tries to make everybody included. But they were there trying to help, but they didn't know the meals and they didn't really know how to help. And me and some other ladies, Cameroonian ladies, just kind of stepped in and we knew exactly what needed to go where and what and all of that. And with the minimal instructions, and she didn't have to point and do like, do this, do this, do this. And I could visibly see how she was relaxing already to the point where she's like, okay, you guys have this under control. I'm going to go take a shower and get ready. And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. People that understand you, people with whom you share the same culture, people who with whom you share those same values. And I'm not discriminating. That's it's not coming from that standpoint at all. But it's just when people understand you. There's a huge difference in as far as having to explain something to someone and they get it versus someone who just get it. And that's just the way it is. There's a lot of settings in which that's the case for me. I'm the person who doesn't get it and who's who needs to be explained to and who might not even get it, and that's okay too. So yeah, that's another goal for me, to make more female friendships, to be better as far as walking away from male friendships, or maybe not even give the attention if I don't think it's just be more stringent with it, to be better with my diet. Oh, I started drinking a rice coffee, the mushroom coffee. It kept coming up on my feed, so I decided to buy it finally, and I've been trying it for almost a week now. I feel like it makes me anxious. I don't know if I need to decrease the quantity that I'm adding in my cup every morning, but it's making me feel stressed right now. So I need to streamline that process. I'm hoping it's really going to help with my energy. I think actually helping with my energy. I feel less sluggish during the day as I used to. So there's that, and then maybe adding some vitamins also to see how those can help me. Trying different workout exercises. I would love to increase my cardio. Recording more and sharing more material. I would love to make some money off of social media this year. I love social media. It hasn't loved me as much as I would have hoped for so far. But I'm gonna keep going, and hopefully this year is the year where I'm going to finally get some positive return in the form of an income. I would love to that for that to happen because I got projects. But anyway, that is me for this new year. And let me know what you're going to try this year, and if you have any advice for me, any feedback on this video, please let me know. Otherwise, please like and share. And thank you for being here. All right, we'll talk next time. Bye.